Welcome back to the Movieverse. Do we finally have a good Mortal Kombat movie to talk about, or is it another fatality?
Get over here.
We will tell you our thoughts here in just a second. Kendrick, before we get started, what do you like them to do?
Guys, please make sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on TikTok. That's where we got all the fun clips. Instagram as well. And then we're on all the audio platforms. So check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you like his enthusiasm? He's going to have more enthusiasm than I do today. I've been dealing with some food poisoning, so bear with me. If you're new to this,
a trooper.
I'm normally a little more enthusiastic, but I'm going to try it.
He's going to muster the strength.
I'm going to muster the strength to get through this.
Yeah.
So obviously I didn't say this at the beginning because I have food poisoning. We'll say that excuse. No, I am your co-host, Benji Babe, Benji Thing. BMT, baby. And this is your other co-host, Kendrick
Lamar.
A.K.A. Kendrick Lemur. We are back with another full episode, another full movie review. As always,
another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. As always, with our full movie reviews, we will discuss what we liked about the movie, what we were mixed on, and what we didn't like about the movie.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll ask the big question, which we ask every week.
Does it belong in our movie multiverse or forgotten timeline?
Do we want to forget about it?
Forget about it.
Or do we want to keep it around?
Yeah, let it dissolve into dust.
Exactly. Is it something we want to watch again? We'll see. And we'll also give you our rating out of 10 and where it ranks with movies we've seen this year. So
yes,
there you go. Let's go ahead and get started. Synopsis.
I mean, you ever played the Mortal Kombat video game? It's basically that.
Because there's no story.
Yeah.
But
I guess technically, Earth realm is threatened by this other realm, and in order to save Earth, they must compete in a tournament.
Well done.
And they have a certain amount of rounds/lives to do it.
And they find Johnny Cage.
We love
played
Johnny. By Carl Urban.
Played by Carl Urban. So let's go ahead and talk about that first. How do you feel like Carl Urban did in the role?
I mean, he's one of the best parts of the movie, for sure.
You think so?
I think so.
I was a little underwhelmed, but I think it's because I expected him in more of the movie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that he did bad at all. I actually really liked him as Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
I just kind of thought he'd be maybe a bigger part in some
ways.
True. But I honestly, at the end of the movie, I was like, well, how would he be a bigger part?
He starts as a big part, and then he kind of isn't for the middle, and then he kind of comes back to do a big part. He was just funny, I feel like I love Butcher from The Boys. Obviously, I feel like I saw some of the same charisma and mannerisms, which made it really fun. And the concept that he's just literally like an actor is hilarious to me.
Actually,
they made him just purposefully so cheesy that it was funny.
And then out of nowhere in the movie, he gets powers for a second.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
They made him just purposefully joking, where it's he just knows he's just an actor, and he's like, "What am I doing here?" I like that, And they're like, "You better save Earth," and he's like, "F that, bro." Yeah. His attitude was funny, and Carl Urban did that good.
Why would I spend my time doing that?
Yeah, he's just like, why do you guys have me here? I'm not magical or anything like that.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So I thought they did good with the cheesiness. He does his middle finger when he puts up his glasses, and all that. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it's
good. His fight scene with the dude with the teeth
was so funny.
That was fun.
It was great.
Johnny Cage was pretty funny. Did you like Johnny Cage?
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of got my
underwhelmed.
thoughts on it. Yeah, I think I just wanted a little bit more of him, but at the same time, at the end of the movie, like I said, I was kind of like, I mean, what was I supposed to expect? I mean, he's a human being. But then, when I guess part of it was when he got powers. Yeah, I'm just confused. Maybe I don't know the lore well, but it was for a second there.
I didn't. It
was almost like he had powers.
Once he took the dude with the teeth, I'm like, okay, I guess he could take on anyone, honestly.
And still, by the end of the movie, they were like, he's an actor. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was my only thing. That kind of digs into some of the other categories. I guess other things that I'm trying to think of things I liked. So the biggest thing for me that worked in this movie from the beginning was visuals and production, set pieces.
For sure, the best part.
The action, it's top tier. Honestly, one of the best looking movies I've seen in IMAX in a while. I'd put it up there with Project Hellman was better in IMAX, but this is, honestly, not
it's a good looking film
to hold far beneath that. Yeah, in my opinion, I thought it looked gorgeous.
Yeah, the action was really good.
The blue backdrop that was kind of visceral and
probably
stuff.
The best fight in the movie in my opinion.
Was so sick. It was so sick. So I think that's one thing that Mortal Kombat fans I would expect would really enjoy about this movie is the stuff that Mortal Kombat fans want them to do well, they did well.
Exactly, you know. Like, I played the games, and there's a lot of moments I'm like, dude, that's just like the game. They did that kill the exact way it happens in the game. Or that backdrop looks just like the same backdrop in the game. Or even the way they did the choreography. With some of their way their moves worked, I'm like, dude, that's just like the game, but it's live action, you know. So that's pretty cool. Crazy. They nailed all the effects there really well. So I feel like on that aspect, that's what is really good for this type of game, right? Like, because I feel like, I mean, I've never known the game that much plot. I'm sure it has crazy plot and lore, but I'm there for the fun fights, right? Yeah, so that's all I'm there for. So the movie, that's all I was there for.
Most people.
Yeah.
So no, I think that. Honestly, that's my like. So like going into mixed, what I felt mixed on and what other people could, or what I could see people being mixed on in the movie. Biggest things are like there's no story here. I mean, they like try to technically include a story, kind of like the synopsis.
Yeah.
But they don't really like dig into that story. There's no depth. In fact, there's moments in this movie where it's like supposed to be they're like definitely going for goosebumps and like chills and like hype. I like in those moments it felt cheesy to me because I was like, bro, where's the build up to that line? You can't just come at me and say that like it's supposed to be this big hype moment when you haven't done anything to build that up. So there's just moments like that where I feel like script wise, dialogue really lazy, really cheesy.
Yeah.
But again, like I know Mortal Kombat fans would be like, that's just it's the game, you know, and it's like, yeah, great. And that's why for me this movie was a W. It was also a bad movie, but it's also a W. Like I think that's okay. Like I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Yeah,
I think very positively this movie does the things that it's supposed to do very well, and the first movie didn't do that. So I think that Mortal Kombat fans, the majority of them are going to be insanely happy.
Yes,
I mean.
The critics are obviously happy, right?
Yeah, critics seem happy for the most part too, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. So like, and I was in a packed IMAX theater. I had two goofy Mortal Kombat lovers side by side with me that were like giddy the whole movie. Like, yeah, it was super funny.
I heard some comments too.
Walking out of the theater, I heard tons of hell yeahs and like that was fantastic. So like I think for a lot of people, like no fan walked into this expecting a 10 out of 10 movie. No. Like this is not the movie that is even trying to reach any sort of a star rating.
Yeah, no.
It's just trying to do what it is put out there to do, which is just give the fans an experience, and I think it does the experience. So
yeah,
a win, but it's like not technically a good movie.
Yeah, that's you're right. I would say. That's a good way to put it. I mean, I think if you're someone going into it with any expectation of like a really solid story and great writing, it's like not that. Like, I think you have to kind of shut your brain off with this one quite a bit. And I'm always down for a movie like that. You know, I feel that way with a lot of Fast and Furious. I feel that way with a lot of types of movies where I'm like, I'm just going to turn my brain off and have fun. Yeah. This is one of those, you know, you don't really care for the characters that much.
They don't even do things that well. So
that's true.
Say the things they're supposed to do well, they don't do well. And
exactly.
They do those things really well.
So, you know, I think someone who doesn't know Mortal Kombat that well, if they went into it, they'd be like, oh, I mean, it looked kind of cool, but I didn't care for it. You know, like, so being someone that's played the game quite a bit, it's like, all right, yeah, you did what I like.
Who do you make this movie for?
It's for the fans. Yeah, it's 100% a fan movie.
Like anybody that is like completely, utterly trashing on a movie like this, you're obviously not like, this movie is not meant for you.
Yeah, and you shouldn't go see it. Yeah.
If you're gonna give this movie a 1 out of 5, at least be willing to also say like, this movie is for the fans, though.
Yeah, like it's just not for me kind of thing.
Don't just go straight up and be like, this movie sucks, it's trash. Doesn't
exactly.
Like, don't do that, because it is a movie that genuinely the majority of people that it's meant for are going to heavily enjoy it.
Yeah, and I'd say that's very true. So I mean, I feel like other mixed things. I mean, I don't know. I think obviously it's bloody, but like some people might not like that, right?
Yeah,
like,
but who goes to
you'd
see
be
this
dumb
movie?
to go see
crazy.
It. But
you go see this movie and don't expect gore and stuff.
It was funny though, because like there's moments I'd forget that it's R, to be honest. Like with even the way characters talk and stuff, I'd be like, oh yeah, this feels like a PG-13 movie. Then they would do a death or a kill, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's rated R.
That's crazy.
So it's funny how it kind of did that, and that's kind of another mixed thing for me too. I think is tonally, it was a little all over the place in my opinion.
It just feels, that's the thing. It's the cheesy stuff is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, yeah, you like had cheesy, and then it would take itself seriously.
Yes, that's what I mean.
And then it'd be like dark, and then it would kind of be light humor. It's kind of mixed that a little back and forth, and I'm like, what do you want to be?
For me. That's what was
because Johnny Cage, of course, I think should be cheesy. Like that's the only way to make him work, because he's like just a funny guy.
Yeah.
But I think everything else, there's moments I'm like,
no, yeah, definitely. Like anytime it tries to do the story itself, I'm taken out. But that's why this movie is successful, is that 90% of this movie, not kidding, like 90% of it is literally just fighting. So like
and just like action.
So there's
momentum.
like 10% here where it's dialogue driven and character driven, and it sucks.
And they're discussing things, and you're like,
and it's like so bad, so poorly written, and they have moments where they're saying something that you could tell in like most movies you'd be like, yeah, but in this movie you're like,
okay, just get to the next fight.
There was no build up to that line. Like that there was no justice in you saying that line. No, it's like, because the majority of the movie is the action. It's great. So.
Exactly. So yeah, I guess that's all the mixed stuff. I mean, didn't like for me really. I mean, it's just story really, right? Like I didn't like the story.
Obvious, what
but
we've been saying,
But I went into it not expecting a great story, and I mean, I honestly do relate it because I watched literally that second Super Mario movie a few days before.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt the same way about both in an interesting way, where I'm like, same with that movie. It was like, oh yeah, like visually I saw fantastic, amazing things. They did technically a lot of things from the game that's really cool, but like the story is not existent. It's just like, oh yeah, we're going to throw you into this and we're just going to go place to place because we have to, and complete the movie in 2 hours.
Like people that like really, really, really want to enjoy it are going to enjoy it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you have enough fun with it, but you can't really like elevate it to any 5 out of 5 level score because.
But again, like, is it shooting for that?
It's not.
No.
So you just go into it.
As long as it
to have
does
fun.
the things that people are paying the price of admission for, I think that's what matters.
And then you're always going to get these.
I feel like we've
movies.
lost sight of that in some ways in the movie culture. I think people think of every movie because of Letterboxd and all these things, which we love, right? And rating systems. We equate success to scores.
Yeah.
And I think it's important with certain films. It's about whether the movie does what people are paying the price of admission for.
Exactly.
Someone pays the price of admission to see Mortal Kombat movie. They're paying for it to see crazy action.
Yeah.
Visually great looking movie. Like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Funny characters. Like that's what they're there for.
And
they're not there for some sci-fi drama. Like that's not what they're there for.
And you look at like Minecraft, right? That's a story I didn't like at all, but it was like, oh yeah, they did all the Minecraft stuff.
And
it's fun. And it made almost $1 billion.
And again, for the people it was going for, like,
and they loved it.
The only gripe with something like Minecraft is like, could they have done maybe a better job at like fitting to all age groups of fans? Because I feel like our age group of fans didn't care for it as much.
Yeah. But kids and stuff.
We grew up on it. But since it's still such a popular game for kids nowadays, they chose to obviously shoot for just the.
There's like chicken jockey. That's funny, and for someone like me, I was like, So
it's like I feel like that's the only gripe for that movie, right? Yeah. That's where I would say, okay, it's valid for people like us because maybe we would say we paid the price of admission as us, our age, because we grew up on it.
Exactly.
Maybe something a little different, but
then you get,
this movie, I think it does all that stuff well.
You get a movie like the first Super Mario Bros. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty solid story with the really fun game stuff. And that's honestly the stuff I love. Same with like Last of Us, right? I know it's a whole different type of game, but like you watch the first season of Last of Us, you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's like how you recreate a game.
And you just got to give the fans what they want.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's always the expectation I'll go into with these kinds of movies. That's what I went into with even Super Mario when I was like, I don't expect a special story here. I just expect to have fun. If I can have fun, all right.
But it goes the same way with so much stuff. You're right. Like even the new Mall Shadow Lord show, right? That show just feels so put together for the fans. Like you watch that show and you're like, wow, that's one of the first Star Wars projects in a while where I was like, that felt so fan servicey, but in the right way.
Mixed with good writing and stuff too. Yeah. So I think the ideal video game movie adaptation, whatever, just does pretty decent, good writing mixed with the fan service.
Unless your video game, I would say like Last of Us is much more character driven.
It is, and it's way more cinematic.
That type of a game needs a show that's well written, and that it does that well, right? But like a game like Mortal Kombat,
it's like not much of a.
The majority of people,
we're there for the action.
Are just there for the action.
It's a hard one to build a story around, so I give it that. But
there you go. There's our thoughts on Mortal Kombat 2. Our scores out of 5. So I was at a 6 out of 10, 3 out of 5.
3.5 out of 5 for me.
There you go. So like overall, fun time. And like it wasn't necessarily like I leveled that as a 3 because for me it was like, I don't think it's a good movie, but I also think it's a W. Like I think it did everything it's supposed to do, and I had a ton of fun with it.
For what we went into it with, it was fun enough, and like I had enough enjoyment.
Yeah.
But obviously didn't go into it thinking 5 out of 5 movie at all, right? Didn't expect that. So just right expectations, which I don't know how you wouldn't watching this movie.
Exactly. And then where did we rank it?
Yeah, I was gonna look that up. Let's see. So
he
Ben
is pulling it up. You're doing me first.
Yep. Ben had it at 21 out of 26. So yeah, bottom half of the year.
Bottom half of the year.
And I'm cool with that.
Valid for me.
Yeah. And then for me, I have it at, let's see, it's 20 out of 29 for me. So
there you go. Right around the same.
Yeah.
So the big question we ask, and I think this will solve our give you our official response to the movie. Like, would we keep this around? For me, sadly, it would be a movie that would collect dust, and I don't think I would necessarily watch it. But like, I hate saying that because I feel like people are gonna just come after me in the comments. Like, I actually had fun watching this movie.
Yeah.
I got my money's worth on a movie ticket. I did. It's just not like a movie I would care to see again. But it like a one-time watch, and in the movie theater, it's meant for the movie theater. Like, I totally think that. So this score and me answering that question by saying no, I don't want to keep it around is not a detriment to the enjoyment of seeing it in the theater. It is a movie to see in the theater. It's great for movie theaters.
Yes.
It is a W.
Good for the fans.
Just not something I'd rewatch.
Yeah. And I mean, same here. It's going to be in Forgotten Timeline for me. Doesn't mean it's a horrible movie by any means. Like, I think the ones that we tend to keep are just the ones that tend to be really, really well-made movies most of the time, or at least like to a caliber, I think. Yeah. This one just doesn't reach it, but it doesn't mean it's horrible. Yeah.
It's totally worth the price of admission if it's something that you want to see.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. So.
Exactly.
There's our thoughts on Mortal Kombat 2. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Please join the conversation in the comments and hit that subscribe button, the follow button on other platforms if you haven't already. We will catch you next week with our movie review on...
Maybe Backrooms, Obsession?
I think it's Backrooms and Obsession, yeah.
So all right.
Fun horror week this week.
Yes.
Catch you later.